I'm inside and I saw, I almost said Star Trek. I'm inside and I saw A Star Is Born. It is directed by Bradley Cooper, written by Eric Roth, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This was requested by a Patreon. If you like the fast track of movie review, you can do that at patreon.com/ASEPresents. On with the review. This movie starts and we're following Jack. He has a problem with getting injected with some sort of steroid. He has a big alcohol problem and big drug problem. But he's performing to thousands of people, and he has this country alternative rock band, is what I describe it as, and he's real popular, like meow, 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 meow. And of course, one night, he decides to go to this bar. And at this bar, there's a lady who's singing, and he's like, oh my goodness, this lady sings so beautifully. I want to hang out with her. This lady's name, her name is Allie. And so Jack makes sure to hang out with Allie. They bond over music. They bond over the shared experience of being performers. And I like this. There's a nice budding relationship being made. What I like about this relationship is it's nice and slow, and it builds up and it builds up. First, it starts with them being friends, and they are hanging out with each other all the time. And then they build more and more to becoming more and more friendly with each other until it becomes romantic, and then they almost kiss once. And then it's broken up, and it's like, oh boy, are they gonna kiss some other time in the movie? And I was like hoping that they would. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of romance movies, but this movie paired with the music, it's strangely satisfying to me. And also, I should mention the colors. Oh my goodness, they're so colorful. All of the shows that they perform just have so many cool colored lights that I really love it. Also, what's fun about Jack, at this point, he's like in love with her. He's like, I know you got great singing ability. Can you please come on stage and sing this song? And she does. And she nails it. She bam, out of the water. What's great is that people are loving her. And I'm loving her singing voice. And she deserves all the love because of how well she sings, how well she pairs with Jack. It seems like the people who are there for Jack are starting to really like Allie. So much so that she's getting some attention of her own. She becomes successful on her own, and with this comes fights. They are starting to fight as they bud a relationship together, as they come together in marriage. They even get married at some point, and they even have a dog, and they have their own shared house. And when they do fight, it's pretty devastating. They're fighting about the lifestyle, which makes me sad. Like, he's doing a lot of heavy drugs, so much so that it could affect his life. It makes him keep on going, but it's doing some real damage to his body. And I understand Allie's concern with him because he's damaging his body, but on the contrary, you don't know if you could do this lifestyle without all those drugs that he has to endure. I don't know if it's enduring, if he's enjoying doing it. So he has all these drugs to help him with his lifestyle, and it seems like Allie doesn't have the same problem as he does. Like, drug-wise. She's not really addicted to drugs. She's addicted to singing her heart out, is what I can tell. And this turns into a tragedy when they have more and more fights, and then he dies unexpectedly. There's a scene towards the end where she's just walking through. Oh, bee! Jeez, that was unexpected. I hate things flying near my ear. It freaks me out. It gives me PTSD of the time a fly went into my ear. I was literally walking outside of the hospital when a fly just goes vroom and just like, it went out on its own, got caught in my hair, but that has traumatized me to things flying near my ear. Let's go on with the review. She's walking down this hallway, and it has all these posters of all the shows that he's done, and she's feeling so bad. Like, she's mourning his loss. She's alone at this point, mourning his loss, just walking through the hallways, and she just starts breaking all these posters, breaking the glass, until there's like glass all over the hallway, and she sits in there and just starts crying. And at this moment, I'm like, oh, this is so sad. You know, if the romance was too quick, I wouldn't have felt as impacted by this loss as she did. but because of the way the movie is, it takes me beat by beat by beat by beat of the relationship. And they have like a nice happy relationship at the very beginning. Towards the end, they're arguing a lot, so it feels even worse when he just suddenly starts he's dead. He's just dead and gone. This impacts me because I watched this movie with the guy. Now he's dead and I feel her pain. She attributes her mainstream success to him. And if it weren't for him, she would have not gotten as popular as she did, because she's now big old popular singer. And it's sad to see that now she has her own crowd and he's not there. And the very final scene is her performing in front of a bunch of people. Same amount of people here as there was at the beginning of the movie at Jack's show. And it's just sad to listen to her sing, because she's singing about like how she misses him, and she's putting all of her sadness, her mourning energy into a performance. And then the movie ends with her like there, and she's like clapping, and it like zooms in on her face, but she's feeling a little sad, and I feel a little sad for her because she's successful. But at what cost? Jack's gone. And I guess this is so sad to me, specifically because once you're famous, you don't know who wants your money, who wants your clout, and who actually cares about you as a person, just by people hanging around you. You don't know. So there's no way in order to find a partner at her stage of fame. And that is just sad, you know. She found a partner who she could get famous with and also was a famous person, and now he's gone and she's alone, and it's sad. This movie had me feeling a lot of emotions. Some of the nuanced stuff I kind of left out. I kind of decided to go over more of like a general overview of the movie and how it made me feel, because the nitty-gritty of like romances, yeah, they're having a fun time, yeah, they're learning to love each other, yeah, whatever. But I didn't start to really enjoy this movie until he died, and it showed her being alone. And that's when I was like, this movie has made me feel so sad, it made me feel so many things, you know? Because if you're having a happy time, who freaking cares? Like, I don't care about watching the movie of two people falling in love unless there's something tragic that happens, which it does. You know, I'm not normally a person who likes romances, but this is a good one. This is a tragic one. If you have seen this movie, let me know what you think of it. This is the 2018 version, by the way. I know there's other ones, A Star is Born, but this was specifically requested, so I watched this version of the movie. Let me know what you think of A Star is Born, either this movie or the other Star is Born movies. I gotta give this movie based off of my emotional impact, and also I like the directing and the colors used, but mostly the emotional impact. I gotta give this movie, it's a solid 7.7 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. The platform really likes that. If you want a fast track movie review, you can do that for $20 dinos at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grindiness of all them daily movie reviews, go to this link where you find the way you can help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews, so go here. And until next time, I'm Mint Salad Saw. I'll see you to my sour croutons and bacon bits. Yeehaw!